lack of a better word, and they weren't. I had a significant amount of freedom on both books to just do what I wanted to do. I mean, the core concept more so with, actually in both cases, the core concept was one that I didn't come up with. Secret Invasion was an experiment to bring in a video audience from a MySpace campaign that they had done. So it was, you know, the character was set up with an actual actress before I got to it. But where I took her was, you know, 100% me, and with Final Crisis, it was a question of literally, you know, Dan and I having, you know, having breakfast one day and just him throwing a couple crazy ideas that he had, and me sort of molding them into things that, you know, that work with my sensibilities. So both the basic ideas came from elsewhere, but I was never restrained to the point where people go in and say, no, you have to do it this way, or it's hard to explain because it's, you know, they're sort of architectural concerns more so than creatives.
Instead of like a 100-piece puzzle, it might be 1,000-piece puzzle.
Right, and yeah, and you know, the one unfortunate thing is, or not unfortunate, but awkward occasionally thing is, you have so many books coming out of these things and so many editors. It's not one editor that takes care of all the Final Crisis stuff. So they don't all necessarily know what's going on in all the pieces either. So, you know, this editor will tell this editor, no, this character has been killed off, or this character is, you know, it's in space somewhere after you've already written an issue with that, you know. That's
when I was working with the Villains United stuff, I finally just said, could you just give me a list of who I can use instead of who I can't use? It's that kind of stuff, because it does get really complicated the more people that are involved in the project, and the more books that are spinning out of it, everything trying to keep it all straight. But I don't know, I think it's a different kind of challenge that I kind of enjoy.
Well, yeah, because it's fun. It's also, I don't know, for my sake, I always sort of kicking myself because I intentionally write myself into a corner a lot in terms of trying to do something, to take the hardest route into or out of a story, so that it just sort of helps you to think on your toes. It really, you can't, you know, you can't kind of sleep through it because there's just a lot of things flying around. You know?
How much does DC actually brief its writers on these things? You know, how much lead time do you get to come up with stuff?
I think that goes by project, actually. We talked a lot about Flashpoint. It was like October, and it's not coming out till summer.
So that's going to affect not just Flash, but across the board.
There's things that are going to happen in Flashpoint that are going to open up a lot of new characters and storytelling.
Okay, which unfortunately not talk about first.
Yeah.
But they're awesome!
To answer the question though, occasionally stuff is less, unfortunately, like less far ahead, which can be, there's a lot of, you know, it's something that just logistically an idea that comes up at the last minute, but it has to fit in with a specific timeline that you have to.
Or you think you have it all planned out, just perfect, and all the pieces are in place, and then you get a call from your editor saying, well, Dan said, and you have to go back to scratch. So it just case by case.
Okay, well, we've got about 45 minutes left. What I figure is that what we can do is we can take questions from the floor, and because that way I don't have to make stuff up.
You guys want to all go out for a drink or something?
Yeah. And after this, you can come up. Questions? She's got a microphone. Okay. Yeah, down there.
Hi Bill, I've been following you since your article on women in refrigerators, and I follow you to Birds of Prey, and one of the things that I want to mention, that in fact I took the chance to come here just to ask this question. I'm a middle-aged fanboy. I'm following DC for like more than 30 years, and during my teenage days, you know, like most of these books here, I've been very interested in Earth 2, especially the Earth 2 Huntress. So when can we see more of Earth 2, and in particular the Earth 2 Huntress?
I don't know the answer to that. I'm sorry that you came here just to ask that question, but Huntress is basically in Birds of Prey right now, and we felt that she needed a little, her and Black Canary needed a little help getting back on track, and so we've been working on that. And so I mean, she's predominantly in the Birds of Prey. But
Any chance of letting Helena Bertinelli meet up with Helena Wayne?
letting her meet up with who? I'm sorry.
The current Huntress meeting up with the Earth 2 Huntress.
I don't know. That's not in the works immediately. So.
Next question? Okay. And then after that, the dinosaur.
Hi, Gabe. Is there going to be a Black Canary and Mockingbird team up someday?
Is there going to be a Black Canary what?
Mockingbird.
Oh, Mockingbird. You know I can't give that kind of stuff away.
Which Mockingbird are you talking about? Are you talking about Secret
The Marvel.
The Marvel?
I will let you ask Joe Quesada that question.
You can pass the mic to.
Hi, this is, sorry, Director Ed Gill, but big fan, follow your tweets, been reading since Birds of Prey. Just want to fanboy gush a bit. I'm glad Diana is back with you. I'm sorry Diana isn't. I wish Nicola was, and I hope they give you Cassandra at some point. And I have two questions. One, was Junior born a biological male? And two, please tell me, well, it's not really a question, it's more of a begging, please don't get rid of Barbara. Whatever happens to Oracle, don't get rid of Barbara.
I'm sorry, I did not hear that last part.
Okay, the two questions, well, one was a plea, don't get rid of Barbara. Whatever you do with Oracle, don't get rid of Barbara.
Okay, done.
And the question was Junior born biologically male?
Oh, Junior, okay. That's kind of up in the air, what do you think?
Answer.
I want to ask, did you, your opening statement, did you practice that?
I'm a lawyer by trade, I can come up with this.
Well, anyway, thank you so much for your support. And Junior, I don't know, I think I'd like to reserve that to be answered at a later date.
Are you bringing her back, please?
Oh, chances are good.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about the Black Canary Mockingbird.
As far as we know, Junior is female.
The Black Canary Mockingbird thing, unfortunately, I don't think we're the ones to ask about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's above our pay grade.
I'm just imagining the Ollie and Clint Bitch Fest going on.
He is the B word.
Okay, anyway. Yes.
Hi. So a few years ago I started reading Manhunter, and then it just disappeared off the map, and she appeared in a couple of issues of Streets of Gotham. So since Birds of Prey is coming back, is there a chance that Manhunter will be making an appearance as well?
Yeah, there's a chance, and she's been in Birds of Prey before as well. So she's a great character, and we as DC plan on keeping her around definitely.
It always fascinates me because Manhunter has been cancelled three or four times, and they keep trying to bring her back, but never quite.
Well, it's because she's a favorite book of a lot of ours, and we all want to see it stick, but we just couldn't.
No, I mean I love the book. It's just I'm just wondering why it's not translated seals, because everybody, it's a buzz about it so huge.
It's very, very hard to launch a new book. The success is, it's interesting because, as someone who lives sort of in the creator and superhero world at the same time, your odds are almost better in the creator these days of launching a new book than a new character than in superhero books, because the business side is very complicated. The logistics of what the book has to, what defines a success for the publisher to keep going are very different. it's very tough. You know, people like, superhero fans like their characters. They like the ones that they've been following for however long. They seem very skeptical and very hesitant to trust them, you know, slowly but surely.
Yeah, I think that is true. We did talk about that a lot in New York this year. And we're going to see a lot of new characters come out, because I personally believe that we need to have some characters that begin in a more modern time. Instead of, you know, I think the concepts of particularly the Trinity, are absolutely brilliant. And the core concept, I feel, should not change, because that's how brilliant they are. But I don't think that it works personally to take like Wonder Woman or Superman or whatever and completely redo everything and try to make them something that his character was not created to accomplish. And so I feel we desperately need newer characters that are born of a newer time and with, you know, newer problems to face and things like that. So we are going to see that, but it's true, it's very difficult to launch a new character that can support their own book in particular.
It's also, I mean, it takes a lot of work, and I think that work that sometimes the publishers aren't necessarily anxious to commit to. Often what happens is they'll be initiative to put out a few new characters, and then if they don't succeed immediately, they just kind of get canceled, and then there's an understanding that no one wants new characters for a while, and then there'll be another initiative. So, you know, it's an uphill battle, but it's definitely, I know it's something close to my heart.
I think that the relationship between other forms of media and comic books is going to help that happen a little bit easier too.
Yeah, I'd love to see, you know, what's the new Superman, not what's the 2011 equivalent of what Superman was in 1937.
Right. Not that it's just like a modern Superman. It needs to be something born of now.
Hi, just a couple of questions. Firstly, because I saw the topic was what's new and upcoming at DC, I was wondering whether you guys could shed a bit of light on whether anything's happening between the comics and the upcoming DC Universe Online. And also, this is directed to you guys as writers. How much studying do you need to do when you go on and write a character, a story for a character, say for Wonder Woman, because she's got such a long history? And where do you take these reference points in terms of their personalities, their habits, whatever it is?
DC Encyclopedia is like my best friend, first of all. But Wonder Woman, I probably spent more time researching her character than anything else I've ever worked on, because of her history and what she was designed for and created in the beginning, how we could still keep those feelings, but definitely our idea of strong female character is a little bit different than it was when she was created. So to try to bridge that gap and still keep her true to her character and not discount or get rid of the things that have happened in her 60 plus years of story, but bring it up to a more modern sensibility. It was tricky because I really felt when I was writing her that it was important to stay true to her character and not just wash away everything that had come before. So I think from the time they asked me if I was interested in writing Wonder Woman until I sat down to write the first issue was 8 months. And that wasn't just research, it was me thinking about tone and you know what to do. Well, but that's absolutely the most and longest it's ever.
It really depends on how much time is available. I try to. It's weird because I was a Marvel kid growing up in terms of my reading. So now that I've been doing a lot of work in DC, I have to read a lot to catch up with things.
Or you call Mark Waid.
Yeah, you try to read as much as possible, not because Matt Fraction has a phrase that he says where he says consistency versus continuity, and so you try to be consistent to what's come before and not contradict things. And as much as there's a picture, if you go on my website, I'mRed.com, there's a link to my Flickr, and you'll see there's a stack of this year's reference materials, and it's just an absurdly high stack of just boxes and boxes of books that DC has had to send for